Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how we can use some best practices when looping or using loops and over arrays or lists in Java. That's also may be applicable in other languages. So the first thing is to prefer primitives over reference types whenever possible. So what I mean by that is, for example, if we have uh, this array of integers, as you can see here, we use the wrapper type, which is an integer, but this integer will be used to calculate the sum. And we know that for Java to do this, it needs to do some boxing and unboxing of the type, which maybe some cause some inefficiency in our code. So what we can do to optimize it, and something you should know is that this array is small, but let's imagine a bigger array. That's why the performance may be affected by it. So we can do what we can do here is changing the integer to an int here and also here, and the result will be the same. That's for here is the result. That's for primitive types. Also, the second rule is to use appropriate names. So let's see an example here where we are using some cryptic name which maybe cause our code to be less descriptive. Let's see here in our this list. As you can see here, it's a list of students. Let's import this. We have a list of students, but when we iterating over it, we called our variable s, which gives us no information about the list that we are iterating over. So when we run our program, we can see that the result is correct, but here for whoever reads our code, that's maybe not appropriate. So what we can do here is changing this s to student, and thus will gives us a better name. That's rule number 2. The rule number 3 is prefer enhanced loops over classical loops whenever possible, also because it gives us a better code and a clearer code. So for example, here we have this list of fruits. When we use the classical looping, you can see that the code is a little verbose. So what we can do here is to remove all of this and use a name fruit, and we are using the enhanced for loop. And let's call this also, remove all this and only use the fruit. So this is a better approach and makes our code more clear and better to read and also maintain. The fourth rule is to store the size whenever possible when using classical loops, because if you go back here, for example, and let's see here, let's see the example that we used before of the fruits. Let's remove this. So here my example of using for loops to iterate over the fruits list. So here we are calculating the size for each iteration, which may cause our code to be less effective and less optimized. A solution for this is to refactor this and take the size out of the loop. Thus we'll make the code more optimized, because we are calculating the size once and we are iterating over that same size, which is better performance compared to the other approach. The last rule is to prefer streams for clarity over arrays or enhanced array, over loops, classical loops or enhanced loops. For example, let's see an example of using loops to filter names. So for example, we have these names. So let's create a list of names. For example, let's say name 1, just some random strings. As you can see here, we are iterating over this list using the enhanced for loop, and we are filtering each name that starts with uppercase A, and we are printing the name. Let's give it a name that starts with in A. If we run our code, we will see in the bottom here that we are effectively filtering the names. That's a little bit unclear which code is responsible for this. So what I can do is make some line of stars that we can give us a clear console log. So we can see here that our list is filtered and the name is Amal. So that code works, but to be more clear, we can use the Streams API to do the same thing. So how we can do that? We can do name string, and we can say filter each name. Let's stars with A, and we will do a to list and collect it to a list, and we can take this and create a list, and we change the name to give it a better and appropriate name. You can say names with capital A, names starts with A, for example, and we can print out this list, and we will see that it gives us the same result. As you can see here, it gives us the list of name, because here we are collected to a list. That's why it gives us the name in a list. So what we can do, for example, here we can prevent it from creating a list, and for each iteration we can to system out, and we can remove this and this, and now it should gives us the name directly. Here it is. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it, and we will come back with other best practices